Let's go gambling! Aw, dang it.
Is it just me? Or does scrolling feel like gambling? You hit those dopamine highs, bet your stakes on the next few shorts, reels, TikToks, whatever, and then you realize you're at rock bottom an hour later. And what do you do then? Keep on scrolling because you can't lose more, can you? Hello everyone, Raise Up, and today I will tell you a story of how I even came to such a conclusion. But first of all, to be clear, I'm strongly against the idea of gambling. I do not advise anyone to spend their money on it because I don't think it's good for you. So I know this might be controversial, but this comparison came to me someday and I just wanted to share my thoughts on it. And I do not promote any gambling activities. So it all started in the last grade of primary school. We were after our exams, so our friend brought a briefcase with poker chips and we played poker during the lessons. As we were basically out of that school and none of the teachers cared, we just had to wait a few weeks till the summer break to finish the year. Of course, we didn't bet any money. We just played for fun. I myself, a fan of card games, enjoyed it quite much, and a couple of years later, I bought my own poker set, and from time to time I play for fun because I never really were for the idea of gambling, but on some school trips or parties, it's fun to play for a few hours. I think it's also good to train your brain a bit. And my second encounter of gambling was this year when we flew to travel the east coast of the US. And in one of the hotels in New Jersey, there was a casino in the lobby, so I could go in. Of course, I couldn't play on any of the machines yet, but at least I could see what it looks like, and it was a crazy experience seeing so many people playing on the slots where most of the time you lose money on them. But I was analyzing how those machines are made to give you as much dopamine as they can, those bright flashing lights, different spinning animations, and everything, and I kind of understood at that moment how people even get addicted to such things. And right around Christmas that year, so around 2 months ago, I saw, I think, a TikTok about poker or something. Because even though I don't find it good for me to watch short form content, I'm still human and sometimes do it. And whilst watching it, I started thinking, isn't scrolling and gambling the same thing? Aren't TikToks, Reels, Shorts same as slot machines? You roll for a chance to get good content 100 times a day, to maybe get one or two actually good clips that you will remember for a week or so. Likewise, spinning a machine to get a chance of winning, and a short spike of dopamine that makes you lose more money. And as I was interested in happiness hormones psychology, and maybe 2 years back, I know a bit about it and started analyzing, and I do think there may be some connection between gambling and those algorithms that feed us with short form content. Not sure if it's intentional or not though. But basically, when you scroll, you get easy dopamine, and you overwhelm yourself with many different information, making your brain tired, and then it feels even better because you already feel like shit, and it's a cycle. But we choose to do it because it's easier than reading a book, playing a game, or watching a whole film not getting bored and distracted. And gambling, you roll to get easy money, and you overwhelm your wallet and bank account with lots of losses and debts. as these machines aren't set up for you to win money. They're set up to make money for the casino or whatever place they're settled. But people still do it because chance is easier than working over hours doing side hustles. So, do you see the similarity and my train of thought now? Both are easy but lose you a lot of time or money, or both. Both give you dopamine spikes because they are set up to maximize the experience with flashing elements and are easy to use, and both are meant to screw you up. So, what do you do to fight gambling your time over shorts? And how to get good dopamine instead? What even can we call good dopamine? So I think, and what I've written and learned during my study on happiness hormones, is that good dopamine is natural. I'd say it comes from natural activities such as meditation, fulfilling our goals, exercising, socializing, and working creatively. But nowadays, after a couple more years of walking this earth, I'd say it's mostly things we do ourselves. So, as long as you actively engage into an activity, it's good. So, games, books, quality films that later lead to some conclusions, thoughts, and discussions are all good. At least that's what I think. So, the easiest way to stimulate yourself in a good way is to find a passion and goals, and go all in trying to fulfill them. Yeah, I know, crazy discovery. But let me ask, how many people actually do it? Because most of the people I know sit all night on social media and later cry they're tired and bored of everything, so they start scrolling. We all know we gotta do something, but weirdly, the easiest way to be good is the hardest not to f yourself up. Who would have thought? I'm not gonna tell you BS and motivate you because if you came across this video, you probably already know all of this stuff. Just throw your phone in a drawer and go for a run, or ride a bike, or maybe go ice skating like me. I don't know, pick up a guitar and learn that song, read that book you wanted, spend time with your friends and do something interesting. Whatever, but just do it yourself and don't lay there binge watching everything on YouTube. I was in that place. I felt it. I felt like didn't have energy or will to live, and I ended up watching everything on my For You page on YouTube, to the point where literally none of the videos interested me, and I was scrolling for 10 minutes to come back up and refresh the page. And I knew the only way out was to do something myself. So I was stuck in my bed with this idea in my mind, and it took me around 2 months to get back on my feet again and start moving, because it isn't as easy as people say. I mean, it is, because yeah, just get out, so the action itself isn't crazy hard. But getting yourself to do it is a lot harder. And it's the same with reducing your time on different platforms and doing yourself. Therefore, you have to also be understanding and chill with all of it. Because yes, you might want to feel better, but you can't force yourself to do something, as it just won't work out. You have to enjoy it, otherwise it's gonna change nothing, and obviously you will have better and worse episodes. Some days you will be more productive, some days you're gonna stay in bed, And it's fine, as long as you're trying to change it and are working on yourself every day, not to be stuck scrolling again, it's fine. Because you are trying and you are showing up, and that's what's important. I myself am overwhelmed with work right now. I have multiple recordings and projects, events that are going on, and also have to put up work for this channel as well, and I should be doing more, but sometimes anxiety and stress is stronger. And I just lay there, watching something. But I always get up when I fall, and try to do my best. If I feel like shit, because if I don't, I would feel even worse. You have to sometimes start doing something when you feel bad, because the only way to get better is to do it and to start moving. Because I'm pretty sure procrastination and putting it off for later might not do it. And you also have to tolerate others, because I might not agree with them scrolling, you might not agree with it, but there is no real way to define if something is good or bad. So you can feel bad for someone. I think you can also share your thoughts, like I'm doing here, but I don't think you should interfere into what they're doing with their life, even if it's painful to watch. I know it because I also wanted to help someone and get her out of scrolling for her life, but I f***ed up, I was too pushy, and she got annoyed, and it didn't change anything. So you can support, you can motivate someone, but you can't force and advise them not to do it. At least not until they themselves feel bad doing it in the first place. And when they realize something's not right, then you can work with them. And I was trying to help, but she didn't truly recognize the problem, even though she said she didn't want to lose so much time watching instead of doing. But it always was easier to run away into comfort and people who pull her the other way to scrolling and consuming more. So it's okay if others don't understand, and you shouldn't try to make them change their mind, but also don't let them pull you down. Just tolerate one another's needs and lifestyles, and nothing bad should happen. And if it does, probably it was meant to. This video itself is not a call to action for people who didn't want to do anything before watching it. It's a sign for people who wanted change and came across it, because my gambling and scrolling comparison is just a theory. Some might say a game theory, but doing something being better than consuming is a fact. And I'm not here to convince anyone, but what I believe is that if we all spent 30 of those minutes creating something, we could together change this world for it to a better place. Therefore, live to live, not to survive. Because in the end, not much matters, but what does for me is the journey and the story we create. So stay active instead of living others' stories. That's all I've got for you today. See you in the next one, and peace.